In the vibrant, often chaotic world of Jamaican dancehall, one name echoes louder than any other, even from behind prison walls: Vybz Kartel. Adidja Azim Palmer, better known as the Worl'Boss, the teacher, or simply Vybz Kartel, is a paradox. An undisputed lyrical genius, a cultural phenomenon, a fashion trendsetter, and a convicted murderer serving a life sentence. How does a man incarcerated for nearly a decade continue to dominate airwaves, influence an entire genre, and command an unwavering, almost cult-like following? Tonight, we delve deep into the life, legacy, and ongoing enigma of Vybz Kartel. From his humble beginnings to his meteoric rise, his controversial lifestyle, the family he leaves behind, his estimated net worth, and the legal battles that changed his destiny forever. Get ready, because this is the unfiltered story of the uncrowned king of dancehall. Born on January 7, 1976, in Kingston, Jamaica, Adidja Azim Palmer's early life was far from the glitz and glamour he would later embody. Raised in Waterhouse, a community steeped in musical history, he quickly developed a passion for words and rhythm. He attended Calabar High School and later went on to study at the University of Technology, Jamaica, though his true calling lay elsewhere. His journey into music began in the late 1990s. Like many aspiring artists, he honed his craft in local sound systems, battling other DJs, sharpening his lyrical sword. It was during this period that he adopted the moniker Vybz Kartel, a name that would soon become synonymous with innovation and controversy. His talent didn't go unnoticed. The legendary Bounty Killer, a dancehall icon in his own right, took Kartel under his wing, bringing him into the esteemed Alliance camp. This mentorship was pivotal. It provided Kartel with a platform, exposure, and the guidance needed to navigate the cutthroat dancehall scene.
His early recordings, like New Millennium and Tech Buddy, began to turn heads. Listeners were captivated by his unique flow, his ability to craft catchy hooks, and his often explicit, yet undeniably clever wordplay. He wasn't just DJing, he was creating a new lyrical blueprint for the genre. He was a storyteller, a social commentator, and a provocateur, all rolled into one. His ascent was rapid, fueled by relentless recording and an insatiable hunger for dominance. By the mid-2000s, Vybz Kartel was no longer just an artist. He was a phenomenon. He churned out hit after hit at an astonishing rate, often releasing multiple songs a week. His lyrical versatility was unmatched, from hardcore street anthems like Clark's and Ramping Shop, to romantic ballads like Love Dem and Beautiful Girl. He could do it all. He mastered the art of slackness, pushing boundaries with explicit lyrics, yet he could also deliver poignant social commentary, reflecting the realities of Jamaican life. But Kartel's influence extended far beyond music. He became a cultural architect, shaping fashion, slang, and even skin-bleaching trends in Jamaica and across the diaspora. His Gaza movement, named after his Portmore community, became a powerful cultural force, representing a distinct identity, lifestyle, and a sense of rebellion. Fans adorned themselves in Gaza merchandise, adopted his unique slang, and imitated his bold fashion choices. His dominance wasn't without its challenges. The infamous Gully vs. Gaza feud with fellow dancehall superstar Mavado gripped Jamaica, dividing the nation's youth and at times spilling into real-world violence. While both artists eventually called a truce, the rivalry underscored Kartel's immense power to polarize and mobilize. He was also a shrewd businessman. Beyond music, Kartel launched his own liquor brand, Street Vybz Rum, a line of condoms, and even a book, The Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto. He hosted a reality TV show, Teacher's Pet, further cementing his omnipresence in Jamaican popular culture.
He was a one-man industry, constantly innovating, constantly pushing boundaries, and constantly staying ahead of the curve. He was the undisputed world boss, and his kingdom seemed unshakable. The relentless momentum of Vybz Kartel's career was abruptly halted on September 30th, 2011. He was arrested by the Jamaican police on charges of murder, illegal possession of a firearm, and conspiracy to murder. The specific charge that would ultimately lead to his conviction was the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, whose body was never found. The trial was a sensation, dominating headlines in Jamaica and internationally. It was one of the longest-running trials in Jamaican history, lasting 65 days. The prosecution presented evidence including text messages, voice notes, and circumstantial accounts, alleging that Williams was beaten to death at Kartel's home in Havendale, St. Andrew, over 2 missing firearms. Kartel, along with co-accused Sean Campbell, also known as Sean Storm, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John, maintained their innocence throughout the proceedings. However, on March 13, 2014, after a tense trial, the jury returned a guilty verdict. Vybz Kartel was sentenced to life imprisonment, with the possibility of parole after serving 35 years. His co-accused received similar sentences. The conviction sent shockwaves through the dancehall community and beyond. Many fans refused to believe their idol was guilty, citing a lack of concrete evidence, particularly the absence of a body. Conspiracy theories abounded, suggesting a setup or a miscarriage of justice. Despite the conviction, Kartel's legal team immediately launched an appeal. The process has been protracted and complex, with numerous delays and legal maneuvers. In April 2020, the Court of Appeal upheld his conviction, but reduced his parole eligibility period from 35 to 32.5 years. This was a minor victory, but still meant decades behind bars. However, the legal fight is far from over. His legal team has since taken the case to the Privy Council in the UK, Jamaica's final court of appeal, hoping for a full acquittal. The outcome of this appeal remains one of the most anticipated legal decisions in recent Jamaican history. Life inside prison is a stark contrast to the flamboyant lifestyle Vybz Kartel once enjoyed. However, even from behind bars, his influence has barely waned. He continues to release new music at an astounding pace, often through pre-recorded material or via alleged means that spark constant debate. His songs consistently top charts, proving that even incarceration cannot silence the world boss. At the heart of Kartel's personal life, even through his ordeal, is his long-term partner, Tanesha Johnson, affectionately known as Shorty. She is the mother of 3 of his sons, Adidja Jaheim Palmer, Little Vybz, Akil Raheem Palmer, Adi, and Iko Palmer. Shorty has remained a steadfast figure, frequently speaking out in support of him and managing aspects of his career and family life. Kartel also has other children from previous relationships, including a daughter, Adiana, and a son, Jaheim, also known as PG-13. His children, particularly Little Vybz and Adi, have even followed in his musical footsteps, releasing their own songs and carrying on the family legacy. This continuity of family and music highlights the deeply personal impact of his incarceration. Before his arrest, Kartel lived a lavish and often controversial lifestyle, synonymous with the Gaza brand. He was known for his expensive cars, designer clothes, flashy jewelry, and grand residences. His image was meticulously crafted, reflecting both the aspirations and the raw realities of inner-city Jamaican life. He was a trendsetter, and his personal choices often became national debates. Estimating the net worth of any celebrity, especially one incarcerated, is notoriously difficult and often based on speculation. However, various sources have attempted to quantify Vybz Kartel's wealth. His income streams pre-incarceration were diverse: record sales, streaming royalties, digital downloads, live performances, which commanded high fees, endorsements, like his Clark's deal, his reality TV show, his book sales, and his various business ventures, like Street Vibes Rum and his condom line. While official figures are not publicly disclosed, estimates for Vybz Kartel's net worth typically range from $2 million to $10 million US. It's important to note that a significant portion of this wealth would have been accumulated before his incarceration. However, his continued musical output and streaming success mean he still generates considerable income, which is managed by his family and legal team. I will say, findy things that everything to constant speculation about how he manages it. This mystery only adds to his mystique. Vybz Kartel's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He is a cultural icon who transcended music to become a major force in fashion, slang, and social commentary. He is a brilliant artist whose legal troubles cast a long, dark shadow over his achievements. He is a figure who evokes strong emotions: admiration, controversy, loyalty, and debate. As his appeal to the Privy Council hangs in the balance, the world watches. Will the Worl'Boss ever walk free? Regardless of the legal outcome, one thing is certain: Vybz Kartel has carved an indelible mark on the landscape of music and culture. He redefined dancehall, pushed its boundaries, and solidified his place as one of the most significant artists of his generation. His dream, his influence, and his music continue to resonate, proving that even from behind bars, the Worl'Boss reigns
supreme. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story so far of Vybz Kartel, a true enigma of our time. What are your thoughts on Vybz Kartel's impact? Do you believe he is innocent or guilty? How do you think his legal battles will ultimately conclude? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your perspectives. If you found this deep dive insightful, please hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and most importantly, subscribe to Black Uto for more compelling stories and analyses from the world of music and culture. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.